show on the road, as we say. Welcome to everybody. Look at you all wearing your colors today. It's Spirit Day. Yay! Great. Great Lions. And you did really well braving the weather. Look at all the people out here. Okay, let's start with our invocation. Lion Steve Patterson will lead us in that, I think.
Thank you, Lord, for allowing us to gather here today as lions and friends. We pray a blessing on those that cannot be with us. We pray a blessing on the food that we eat today, that it will strengthen our bodies, our love for you, and our love for each other. Amen.
Amen. Darlene Manchin, would you please lead us in our Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And let's see, Bob Bradley, would you start us in song, please?
My country
Is of thee, sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. Land where my fathers died, land of the pilgrim's pride, from every mountainside, let freedom ring. Thank you, Lions. Guests! Who's a guest in the house today? Ann, you got a list?
President Cheryl, Lions and guests, we have two guests today. We have Mary Alice Wallace, who's here with Hal Palmer.
Hey, let's hear it for the mayor. All right.
And we have Isaac Lemons here with Eric Halverson.
Welcome, Isaac. Glad you're here today. So good to have you. Okay, I think because tail twisters got shorted last week, we need to let them get up front and center right now. So, do you got anybody out there want to show us how happy you are today?
Could I do something
First of all,
wait a
thank you once again,
She can't stay long.
President Cheryl, for reminding people this is Spirit Day.
Okay, Lion Steve.
So it requires apparel.
Lion Steve,
But
could you put that on hold just for a minute? Mayor Wallace can't stay very long, and we have a bit of business we need to do with her. Just for a second, then we'll be back to you.
Our heart is broken.
President Cheryl, fellow Lions guests, Mayor Mary Alice, would you come up, please? So during our 100th anniversary, the mayor was in Phoenix. It was pouring rain and cold here. I don't know if you know. Look at that tan. Oh yes. But we did do a Zoom meeting with Dr. Patty Hill, our international president. She showed her this plaque, and this was her appreciation for you and the proclamation and the assistance you give to the Pioneer Lions. So
She showed this to me online, and I'm like crying. It was so beautiful. A young girl painted or drew this. 650,000 entries in the U.S. I know in the world. 200 countries that are represented by the Lions Club, and this person won the contest last year, the Peace Contest, which was another remarkable piece of peace. These kids from 11 to 14, you probably already heard the story, get a chance to submit what peace means to them in drawing or writing. And that touched my heart so much. 11 to 14 years old, I don't know if you remember being that age, but sort of stinks.
I think Eric might.
And to draw something this remarkable is just astounding to me, that the level of art there. So I was very touched and pleased. It was wonderful to visit with your international president, lovely lady, and I'm looking forward to meeting with her in person. I think we got lots to talk about.
You bet.
So thank you.
Thank you for being with us today, Mayor Wallace, to accept the plaque, and we're sure glad to have you.
My brother's here from England for
Whoa, a girl's got to have priorities. Okay, okay. Lion Steve Patterson, back at you.
Mary Alice, we have a saying in Lions that, family comes first. So, great for you. I'm standing in front of a $5 bill. Here, let's... let's start with past president and current treasurer, Pat.
Thank you very much. President Cheryl, fellow lines and guests, today's 10 happy bucks.
Whoa.
The first one really comes across because for those that were there Thursday night, I got a little funny certificate, presidential certificate of appreciation. And for those that weren't, I'm carrying it around with me all the time right now because I'm very proud of it. But then, after arriving home at 11:30 at night, getting some things taken care of, finally getting to bed at midnight, getting up at 3 a.m. on Friday morning, out of the house at 4 a.m. and down to the Portland airport. We flew to San Diego, where we then drove out to a place called Alpine, California. We rented a mansion. Jerry's mom, Susan, turned 80. This turns 80 this week. And so we flew in 16 family members from all over the world and had a surprise birthday party, all sitting on the front veranda in rocking chairs, having little beverages. She and Gary walked in. To say that shocking the living crap out of your mother-in-law, basically my mother-in-law, is the best birthday present I've ever given anyone. Anyway, thanks everybody.
Hey, Ryan Kevin.
President Cheryl, fellow ladies and guests, I have a 5 here, and that's just for the Huskies. We all know what they've done, and they're going to the national championship, I hope. The other one, happy 5, is, when I went to Cindy a few months ago, or 8 months ago, or whatever the day was, and said, hey, I need you to start going to Lions with me, because we all know how fun and energized she is all the time and willing to do everything, and she had never done this before, and I'm like, no, you're going to be perfect, trust me. Yeah. And when I'm out looking at houses that have leaky roofs and doing all the stuff I do sometimes, I'm just happy she's here with you guys. And you guys have accepted her. She loves coming here, so thank you for all that.
One in question. Lion Dwayne.
President Cheryl, Lions and guests, happy $2 bill. What I have here is a 2-disc of the 100-year anniversary. It's an extra copy. If anyone doesn't have access to the internet to watch it on YouTube, here it is. I can always make more copies, so if you don't have internet access and want a copy, just let me know.
Thank you, Dwayne.
Oh, I don't know why she always trusts me with this thing. I'm going to say something wrong. Who has the money for us? Oh, right. Oops, I'm sorry. Lion Judy. Yes, that's always.
President Cheryl, fellow Lions and guests, I have $10. I'm glad I made it today because I just got my rugs washed and I ran across them into the bathroom, fell flat on my face. I don't know if my nose is broken or not, but anyway, I'm here.
Susan. Spirit Day. Spirit Day. Spirit Day. Must be wearing some apparel. There's a coat right across the way there. You should have grabbed it. All right, so we're going to give you have $1 in front of you, so we're going to get it, which allows you to say something.
You really put me on the spot, didn't you, Cheryl? President, fellow members, yes. Thank you. I don't know what for, but anyway, yes. For our guests and a nice celebration we had last Thursday. Thank you.
Sula, Sula, here's the rules. If you're a tail twister, you can't be fined.
I heard about that.
Yes.
I do want to say, I did look in my closet this morning. My sweater ran away from me. It will return soon.
President Cheryl, Caroline's guest, I just want to give $5 for Lucy and I, everybody that helped out and was there. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Oh yes, fine money, fine money. Do you want to say anything? Okay. And contribute to your fine? All right, more money. Past District Governor Maryland.
President Cheryl, fellow Lions and guests, I have $5 happy dollars. There's a few things in there that had to do with all last week. It was such an exciting time. I'm also passing a card around for Allison Moyer, and for those of you who haven't seen her in a long time, and she was kind of here for a while, she's the one that we have helped with the back to school back program, and she was expecting twin boys. They were born last Monday, so I thought it would be great if we could send her a little card from all of us.
Excellent. Be sure and stop by the table and sign that before you leave today.
Past District Governor Jim.
President, what's your name again?
Cheryl.
Fellow Lions and guests, pardon me for that standing, it's too much effort. Anyway, I have five, did I give you the money? Yeah. I get $5 sad dollars for not being able to make the 100th anniversary meeting, and $2 happy dollars for being here today.
Great.
Lion John. I love everyone's generosity today. Keep it up, Steve.
We're just trying to be Rotarians here. President Cheryl, fellow Lions and guests, that first dollar was because I don't have spirit on today, even though I'm very spiritual.
Yes, we know, John.
The second happy dollar is that my son, Lion Josh, took some great photos of the 100th anniversary, and that he was given recognition by International President Patty with a banner. He is very proud.
Nice.
Lion George. How generous will you be today? Whoa, $2.
President Cheryl, fellow Lions, guests, this is just a leftover happy look from last week. I had traveled to Kansas City to have Thanksgiving with my son, daughter-in-law, grandson. And I just want to pass on a quick tip for those of you who are inexperienced, skilled at traveling. Don't lose your driver's license when you're over there. Unless you enjoy standing in your underwear in TSA.
Past President Terry and past Zone Chair.
That was pretty Secretary Treasurer, but that's it. Anyway, $4 happy dollars. First one is for the 100-year group, and the people that put it on. Was a great night. Enjoyed it. There's sort of a sad dollar that the president, or the international president, when she came here, had to ride with Hal in a car. I'm surprised she'll ever ride with anyone again. But anyway, evidently she rode on the way back down there. A couple of more for the, also nice to see a lot of people that we really don't usually see. Josh for one, and Julians that were there and stuff, so it was a great night. And I guess that's the one. The other one was, being the cougar that I am, and not really a very good one, my kids went there, not me. Congratulations to the Huskies.
Past Council Chair Hal.
Hey, President Cheryl, fellow Lions and guests, $5 there. One, thank you to everyone here that helped make that what a wonderful evening that it was. Number two, I think I heard the president say I was an excellent driver.
No, what I said is thank you for not killing me.
Yeah, that's right. Now remember, I
This
swore
one,
you
anyway.
to honesty.
Yes.
No, okay. Third for the wonderful presidential medal. And fourth, I gotta tell you, you wanna know what's really fun about giving out Melvin Jones Fellows? Is the shocked look on the faces that are the people that are getting it. That was so exciting. And also the shocked look on those who got certificates of appreciation. If you're not aware, it's the 4th highest award in Lions Clubs International. So congratulations to all those people.
Yes.
Past District Governor Mike.
President Cheryl, fellow Lions and guests, $1 for the dinner the other night. It was great. Second dollar, I've got a question for Eric Halverson. I took a lady to the dinner the other night, and all the way down she kept saying she wouldn't know anybody there. As it turned out, she knew Eric. But what I can't understand is why he was so nice to her. She didn't vote for him. She couldn't. She lives in Kelso.
Past District Governor Mark.
President Cheryl, fellow Lions and guests, my usual 5 plus 1. I'll explain the 1 at the end here.
Because you're fine. Oh, it is.
No.
Just kidding.
I have a vest, I have a coat. I'm good.
Yeah, you are.
Dollar number 1 is for the 100th anniversary. It was pretty amazing getting to go work at the school garden, spending time with our international president. She's a very down-to-earth person. Second dollar, because I was doing all that, it took a lot of time for some of us. Didn't have time to finish the Christmas decorations, so I spent 2 days after that finishing the Christmas decorations. And although I was feeling tired, I have a wow dollar for the third one, for International President Patty Hill. We talked to her a little bit about her schedule, but just kind of FYI, Hal and I took her to the airport on Friday morning. She flew from Victoria from Portland to SeaTac to Victoria. Spent a couple days up there with the Souk Lions doing a presentation and such up there. Met with provincial leaders. The province of BC's parliament is in Victoria, and a work party up there. Monday morning, listen to this. She left Victoria, flew from Victoria to Vancouver, Vancouver to Edmonton. She was home for about 3.5 hours and then flew from Edmonton to Hong Kong. The same day. That's a little bit crazy. $4 is for the shelter-in-place notice we got from the Cowles County Sheriff's Office with the first 911 last night. That was a little interesting. There was an incident down in the area where John and I's condos are, where there were some not so nice people running around last night. Quote of the week from J.R.R. Tolkien. It is not the strength of the body that counts, but the strength of the spirit. And that actually kind of ties into my plus 1. John Cleveland has often done speeches about lions that are no longer with us, that have been really active in the past. And I've been saving this one because although some of us think he may have been gone, he's still with us. But past District Governor Jim, I just wanted to talk about Jim a little bit. Toastmaster extraordinaire, the whole, stand up, speak up, sit down, and shut up. I helped do a couple of presentations on public speaking with Jim over the years. He did 20, 30 years worth of presentations and teaching Lions. He was my inspiration, so thank you, Jim.
Lion Bob.
Hey, Bob.
Hey, Bob.
Hello, Bob.
Hey, Bob.
President Cheryl, fellow Lions and guests. I was one of those shocked faces that got a Melvin Jones, and I just appreciate getting. What else can I say? Thank you.
All right, Lion Rick.
Thank you.
I'm scared what you're going to say.
This is $3.
Did you borrow?
Sit down. King Lion Cheryl, fellow Lions guests. I was deeply moved by Patty Hill, Dr. Patty Hill, for inducting my wife on Friday night. And then Wednesday night. And then Thursday, I was up at the podium twice. One of them was for Melvin Jones. So anyway, I thank you, and I thank Hal for all the work he put in.
Okay, who's next? Oh, I'm sorry.
Hey everybody, I'm not going to be able to stick around. President Cheryl, hello. I'm on my way to go get married. It's at 1 o'clock.
Oh my God!
I can't stick around too long. I have the future wife sitting in the car with the kids.
Okay.
So, I wanted to come in and get my dues done though. So thank you again for the wonderful opportunity I was given the other night. That was just absolutely amazing. I mean, how could you ask for anything better than to be inducted in by the international president, Dr. Hill? I mean, that's just amazing, right? On the 100 years, so I have a lot to show you all. So thank you.
Congratulations on your wedding.
Didn't you tell me your great uncle was a former Lion?
Yeah, so Frank Willis is my great uncle. He was the park superintendent for many, many, many years and has done wonderful things for our city back then. So we do have a history in my family of being a pioneer lion. So I can't wait to carry on the tradition.
Have a great day.
Go get married. That's some dedication, but we'll let him know. All right, line here.
President Cheryl, fellow Lions and guests, I've got a quarter because as much fun as I had at the party and digging out all of my old pins and all that stuff, they're now at home and I don't have one at my office or in my car. I found them all. No, I got a bunch. Which reminds me, I need to get a Pioneer Lions jacket. I still have all my stuff hanging on my Monticello Lions vest thing. So.
Are you talking about a yellow one?
Yeah.
Unless you're a size 3X, that's all I have is one. I know. They get discontinued.
Oh.
And I gotta figure out what we're gonna do or
Well, I guess my dollars for, I enjoyed sitting with the Claypools and seeing Josh again. We grew up together and we can see each other every once in a while. So.
I do have yellow windbreakers.
Okay, we're going fast now. All right, past district governor, past president, past what? Zone chair. Right. I had to, what are my options here?
President Cheryl, fellow Lions and guests, Senator Dave Porter. Okay, got a few dollars today. First one is for everybody showing up the other night. There was a lot of work put into that dinner, and I did not hear any complaints about anything. The second dollar is for our new Melvin Jones Fellows. Would the new Melvin Jones Fellows please stand up and be recognized?
Yeah.
There were 10 that evening. Oh, that was the second dollar, wasn't it? Okay.
Get 5 more.
Next dollar is for the 5 new members that we picked up last week, including Karen. Rick talked about her.
He's always talking about it.
Fourth dollar is the award that I received, and I really, really appreciated that. And the last one, Cindy Sessions, she's not here today. She took time during when everybody was eating, going around having different individuals talk about their experiences with our club. Well, she told them that if they went over a minute, she was going to charge them $5. Well, how much did she collect?
Well, it was $890 when I first went up there, but as I was walking back to the table, I got more, so it's now at $1,010.
Oh, isn't that great? This is an idea of cities, and they really appreciate that.
Okay. Lion Spencer, $5. All right, 5 happy bucks.
President
President Cheryl, fellow Lions and guests, I got it right this time. Don't know why I said President Lloyd. I was sitting with Lloyd in my park though.
We're gonna have to charge you for that, actually.
I think so. The rest of this is for Eric as well. Eric gets to say something, but I just want to say thank you for everybody who had to deal with Hal in the car. And everybody who had to deal with Hal on the phone. So, yeah. Wife's sick, baby's sick. It happens, but they're doing good. They wanted to be here. We're hopefully going to be bringing some friends into the club soon. I will need some applications for them, Greg.
Oh, geez.
So,
Are they young?
I don't know, we should keep them away from stuff.
Are they young?
they might be. I'll charge you money to get their info. All right. Eric, you got to say something next.
President Cheryl, fellow Lions and guests. Hey, I had a great time. I had a quick 15-minute one-on-one with Patty Hill. It was great. Thanks, Hal, for setting that up, and had a great time. Thank you.
All right. Secretary Leroy. Ladies first, I apologize.
What do you mean?
Vice President Carrie Ann.
President Cheryl, fellow Lions and guests, I can't let this day go by without saying thank you. I was one of the shocked Melvin Jones Award winners too, and I'm still shocked, I think, to be honest. But no. But I also wanted to say real quick, an advertising dollar. I just decided to have, I've got a little store set up in my house for a holiday gift shop. I just decided just a couple days ago, got invites out yesterday. It's gonna be today. Don't feel obligated to come if you can't, but it would be a lot of fun. So today from 4 to 6:30 p.m., feel free to come over to my house, and if you need an address, come see me.
Third Vice President Cheryl.
President Cheryl, fellow Lions and guests, I only have $1. I wish I had more, but this is kind of a two-for-oneer. One is, of course, for Thursday night for just the awesome dinner and all the work that so many people put into that. It's really, really appreciated. And second, I am done moving except for a couch that I'm probably going to get Friday. So if I can find 2 young guys on Friday, that would be wonderful.
2 young guys right there. Yeah. Voluntold.
Oh, and finally,
I love you, sweetie.
Lions Past President Leroy.
Or currently Secretary. President Cheryl, fellow Lions and guests, I'll just have a happy dollar. The 100th anniversary celebration, that was really awesome. The people involved in organizing, great job. I just have a buck, so it's going to go for a second. There it goes.
Missed it.
Also, I'm receiving the Melvin Jones Fellow Award. That just blew me out of the water. I sat there after they mentioned my name and said there was Melissa. I'm just like, wow. So anyway, what an honor. Thank you.
I saw the deer in the headlights look. It's real cool when you see them from up there.
Okay, one more. We have to. Okay, June, Lion June.
President Cheryl, fellow Lions guests, sad dollar, no Lions gear.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Marilyn?
I put a 5 in, I don't have another dollar, so I'm not sure. President Cheryl, fellow Lions and guests, I just wanted to also thank all of those who participated in the work party on Thursday morning at the Lower Columbia School Gardens.
Yeah.
And there's several of you here. I wouldn't mind if you just stand, and I won't read all the names. Thank you so much. And the neat thing about that is President Cheryl's standing too, and when she left, she said, this was great, we should do it again. Dr. Patty Hill also awarded a gift to Ian Thompson, the director of that program, and that was really neat.
Okay. Sorry to take up so much time, Dan, but
Okay, that's all
we're
right.
done.
She told us we could have extra time.
Yes, she did.
Okay, so, sunshine report, besides this great little 2 baby boys card that's going around, don't forget to sign it if you haven't. Is there any other sunshine that we have going on, Ann? Okay. Then I'm just going to blow through the announcements really fast, just hit the important ones. special board meeting, quickie, after this meeting, right here. Okay, I think Greg has something he wanted to say. Okay.
President Cheryl Phil Lyons guest, the other night at dinner, each person that came in was given one of Dr. Patty Hill's official pins, Changing the World. Anybody that was not there that wants one, come see me. I've got a few of them left.
Okay. Two quick things coming up this week. We have December 9th, 2 opportunities to serve. Breakfast with Santa, making pancakes in the morning. Right, Bob? That's still on? Okay, and that will be at McClellan Art Center about, 7:30, 8 o'clock until about 10:30, 11, something like that. And then we get to go booking up to Castle Rock because it's the day for their Festival of Lights, their tree lighting, and we will be a part of that on the street in downtown Castle Rock from about 4 to 8 p.m. Selling cotton candy and kettle corn and caramel corn. Okay, so don't forget that opportunity if you can show up for that. Do we have any news on Salvation Army bell ringing?
David?
Nope. But I encourage people to go to registertoring.com and you guys can put a ship there.
Registertoring.com can get a shift there. Next year we'll be a little more organized and have it a little all together and maybe do a whole group day. Okay, Sharon, Salvation Army Family Gift Giving.
President Cheryl, fellow Lions and guests, as you did hear that we did get $1,000 for the family. So I do have money to get the things that have not been signed up for. So that's being said, if you really want to buy something for the family, I'm not going to discourage that, but at the same time, I do have money that can be used towards that. So, and drop dead date, I have to have everything that people did sign up for next Tuesday.
Okay, thank you, Sharon. We did get a number of lovely cards, thank you cards for our Centennial Gala. In the interest of time, I'm going to save all of those in a bundle and maybe read them next week. But I do want to show you this gift to our club from the International President, Dr. Patty Hill, something for us to decorate the wall in our office with. It's her banner, Changing the World. Lions Club International President, Dr. Patty Hill, 2023-2024. Leroy, I think you'll wait? Okay, Leroy's got some goodies too, but he's going to wait on those two.
Kids up.
Okay, yes.
President Cheryl, fellow Lions and guests. 9 years ago, I like that stool.
Yeah.
Can't have that. 9 years ago, we had somebody move into the community that was really awesome, even though he was from Montana. He's going back to Montana here in a few months anyway. The thing we talked about is Montana has a lot of beautiful snow. He's getting tired of the rain, but you don't have to shovel the rain. So he's going to enjoy Kalispell. I would like to present, because of the short time we have now, that I would like to present a good friend of mine and a really positive influence on our community. The school superintendent for the Longview School District, Dr. Dan Zorn. Not Jim Zorn, Dan Zorn.
Yes. Thanks, Ken. I appreciate it, and I appreciate the opportunity to be here today. As Ken said, this is my 9th and last year as Longview Superintendent of Schools, but going back to my family in Kalispell. I've got 5 grandkids, and 3 of my kids are back there, my dad and my sister. So we're, I guess in a sense, we're going home, but I do want to say that I have greatly appreciated the support of this group over the years. I'm often reminded of the times I've been here to speak, because I got a lot of these rolling around my house. And, and they're awesome. That's a 12-ounce cup. So just so appreciated that. I'm here today to talk to you about our replacement education programs and operations levy that will be coming up in February. We're getting out a little early this time around on this, and that's intentional. We just want to be sure that everybody kind of understands what that ask is going to be from the school district. So I put on your tables, you've got a pamphlet there. And I'm going to take you through that pamphlet. We'll be able to answer any questions you have when I get all done. But again, just want to let you know what's going on within the school district. So again, we have a replacement education programs and operations levy that is coming up in February. The first thing that I want to let you know, this is not a new tax. This is the renewal of a levy that has been in place for as long as I know. Way predates me. The Longview community has been very supportive of our education programs and operations levy over the years. I also want to frame up right up on the front here. We had two goals when we put this levy request together. One was to make sure that we're able to continue to do the things we do for our kids and to meet their needs moving forward. Our second goal was to be sure that we were being sensitive to our local taxpayers. I think that as you hear this presentation, you're going to find that we have pulled both of those things off. So I guess you'll be the judge of that. But if you have any questions, again, at the end we'll have that. I want to start with just kind of framing up that if this levy is approved, total locally voted tax collections will be less than they are right now. I'm going to get into the details of that, how that happens, but they will be less than those total locally voted education tax collections that take place right now. The education programs and operations levy, it funds about 15% of our budget, so it's a significant portion of what we do and what we're able to provide. It funds the gap between what our needs are and what the state and federal government provides us through those revenue sources into the district. So it fills that gap for us. Failure of the levy would be, well, frankly, it'd be devastating. Again, we're talking 15% of our budget. I'll kind of frame this up for you in terms of, well, what does it fund? For us as a school district, it funds about 69 teachers and other certified employees in the district. It funds well over 65 support employees that are, paraprofessionals, custodians, all those things that behind the scenes that help make our district work. It also provides a significant portion of our special education services we provide our kids. It helps us keep our class sizes down, helps provide instructional materials to our teachers, classroom supplies that are needed, staff training that we provide, school security efforts are funded through this, as well as student transportation costs. On the activities athletics side of this, almost 100% of our athletic program is funded by the locally voted levy. There's a very small portion funded through fundraising that students do through the associated student body funds, but almost 100% of our activities, athletics, and clubs and those kinds of things are funded through the levy. So it virtually touches every single level of our part of our organization and really does allow us to provide the services, frankly, that our community expects us to be able to provide to our kids. If you go to the next page and turn to the inside at the top there, we have two levies that the community has traditionally supported for us. One is the Education Programs and Operations levy, and that's what we're coming to vote for in February. The other is a Capital Projects and Technology levy. That helps with our facility needs. In February of I think it was February of 21 or 22, that was approved, and that's a 4-year levy as well that will expire at the end of 2026. And so those two levies work together. And so what we've done, I'm going to go back to what I said earlier, that your total locally voted tax collections that come into the Longview School District will actually be less over the 4-year term of this levy. And we do that by working with our capital projects and tech levy and our education programs and operations levy. So if you go to the third page, at the top it shows that balance. And an example of that is you can see in 2023, our capital projects and tech levy raised $6.3 million. Our education programs and operations levy raised $15.2 million. So it's a total of about $21.5 million in 2023 that we're collecting from local funds. In 2025, which will be the first year of the new education programs and operations levy, the capital projects levy decreases and will only be raising $5 million per year. And we'll be raising about $16.5 million with the education programs and operation levy, remaining right about $21.5 million with that. And then that $21.5 million continues over the 4 years of the levy. And so we've done that by, there's about a 3% increase built into the education programs and operations levy over the 4 years, about $500,000 per year of increase, while the capital projects and tech levy decreases by about $500,000 per year. And so that's how we've done it. We designed it in that manner to make sure that when we were coming back to our voters for this levy, that the total tax collections remained below levels that they're at right now. It's just slightly below, but it is below those levels. If you go to the chart down below that, you see over time what that looks like. In 2021, we had a capital projects levy and a bond that was out there as well, and the education programs levy. But it was about $21.55 million. So you can see from 21 to 28, that slight decrease over that period of time in our total tax collections. We no longer have a bond on the books. Our district is totally debt-free along those lines, and so that's something that we've chosen to take advantage of to make sure that we're remaining respectful to our taxpayers. Along those same lines, our levy rates are anticipated to decline over that period of time from about $1.93 per thousand to about $1.85 per thousand. And so those rates will be less than they are right now, but also recognize the property values have risen quite significantly, and that's why we have remained focused on our tax collections. We can control our tax collections. We can't control levy rates. That's a function of a lot of different things going on out there, but we're keeping our tax collections a little bit below than what we have collected from 21 to 24. And then also when you do look at our tax rates and do a comparison to Cowlitz County average and the Clark County average, we are below the average in Cowlitz, and actually significant below the tax rates that are school related in Clark County. So just kind of that side of that. So when you think about our levy itself, if you go to the left-hand side here, there's 10 points there, and then you'll also see at your tables there's a card. And this card has those 10 things. And this is just kind of a summary of what the levy will do. First of all, the levy is not a new tax. It's a continuation of one that has been in place for quite some time. The totally locally voted education tax collections will actually be less in 25 through 28 than they were in 21 through 24. Our levy rates are below average, below the Cowlitz and well below the Clark Cowlitz average. It funds 15% of our budget, which is significant for us. Again, about 69 teachers, 65 support personnel. You take those two together, that's the equivalent of the combined staffing in 3 elementary schools is what we're looking at in terms of funding that. 85% of our budget is staffing, so when you start looking at reductions in budget, it hits our people, because that's what our what our district does. It's people working with kids directly to help support their learning. About 10% of our special ed budget, a little over $1 million, comes from that to be able to serve the needs of our neediest kids. And then also, again, our extracurricular activities, clubs, athletics, those kinds of things are almost 100% funded by the locally voted levy. And then also textbooks, workbooks, and then some school transportation services to get our kids to and from school. And so it's a very important thing for us, very important piece of what we do. And this levy does not add services to what we're providing now. It just will allow us to continue to provide the service that we're providing presently. So it's not intended to do anything more, it's just to continue to be able to do what it is we're doing now. On the very back page, you'll see what the ballot is going to look like, and you'll see with those levy rates over the 4 years. First year we'll raise about 16.5 million. Second year about 17, third year about 17.5, and the fourth year about 18 million. But keep in mind those $500,000 increases are offset by $500,000 decreases in our capital projects and tech levy over that same period of time. So would just encourage you to get out and vote. This will be on February 16th. Ballots February 13th, yes, February 13th. Ballots will go out on January 26th. You're going to hear more about this as we continue to get our information out. And with that, I'm here to answer any questions that you might have relative to this or anything else. Yes, sir.
Rejected, is there any new schools to be built?
No. This does not involve the construction. It doesn't involve any facility stuff, except it helps with some of the maintenance of our facilities in terms of custodians and grounds people and facilities work. This does nothing relative to building schools or doing anything like that. That would be in a future bond that frankly is on, well into the future, well beyond my time going to be here. Those will be decisions for a board well into the future. Our capital projects and tech levy helps us with maintenance of those and allows us to extend the life of our existing facilities, which we feel like we've done a pretty good job of over the last several years in putting that money to work to make sure that we're getting every day that we possibly can out of our existing facilities. Thanks for that question. Other questions? Yes?
Population generally inclining, generally declining?
We're anticipating it remaining pretty steady from where it is right now. We have experienced a drop in the 200 to 300 student range that came out of the pandemic. And so those kids are coming back slowly, but we're down a little bit from when we were. When I first came, I believe we were sitting right around 6,500 students. Right now, we're serving a little over 6,200 students. Any other questions? Yes?
There just been recently some conversations with the council of our school people saying all the time that it is not a function of the school district to supply buses and transportation for kids to school, and people were talking about a state law, and I just kind of looked at it, and I of course went online. Would you inform us what the reality is?
Well, I guess the reality would be that I don't know that we have to do that, but the reality is we want to get our kids to school, and a significant number of our kids live quite a distance from their local school. We bus kids, any student that lives beyond a mile outside of the radius of their school. That's pretty standard out there. We do receive some state funding for that based upon a formula, but I tell you, it would be, we've got to get our kids to school, and it's an absolute necessity for us to be able to make that happen.
And you're finding enough drivers? Yes?
We've been pretty fortunate. I will tell you, it's not without its challenges. The drivers have been a real challenge. Well, not just in school bus business, but just the transportation business out there, finding drivers. But we've been pretty fortunate, and we've actually hired a couple new ones that have come from different districts that chose to come here to us. We just got 3 through training and now have that certification and have 2 more in the training hopper to be able to do that. So we're hanging in there. But I will tell you, it's not been without some challenges. A couple days it's like, oh my, what are we gonna do? But we always get it figured out. So yeah, so thank you. Yes?
Lastly, I just want to say, you've done a fantastic job as superintendent.
Oh, well, thank you. I greatly appreciate that. It's been just an absolute honor and pleasure to be here. My wife and I have loved our time here, and frankly, if I didn't have those grandkids and my children and my dad pulling us back to Montana, we'd be sticking around. It's been just a marvelous 9 years, and I tell you, the boards that I've had over that time too, you guys all, know many of them. They've been just incredibly supportive of me and the community as well, so thank you. Anything else? Okay, if you'd like me to get the, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to call me, send me an email or whatever. I'll sit down with whoever wants to talk to me about this, all right? Thanks again, guys. I sure appreciate it.
And for you, we have our lovely Longview Lions Club Pioneer Lions mug. Take it with you to Montana and think of us fondly when you use it.
And I do every time I have a Coors Light out of that. Thank you.
Okay, Leroy has something he just can't wait to do here.
No, because not everybody comes every Tuesday, and I don't want to get rid of some stuff. So hey, the slow wheels of getting things done sometimes in this club. I have a Eric, don't leave. Come here. So I have a membership, a 15-year membership for Eric. This is from March of 2020. So when he's here, I won't get rid of it. And along with that though, he gets 100%. There you are. You're covered. And so I also have 10 pins for Mr. Jim Reineke. You're here today. I'll give you one. There you go. Yeah. Who wants to hold the pin? Another one for Terry. Thanks, Terry. Sorry, Terry, I didn't mean to throw up there. We have very little time. Okay. They laugh. They laugh. He's what I tell you. They just leave. Here you go, Dick. So let's see here. Well, Jay left, and I've been trying to catch up with him. Okay. There's a couple of others. Sorry it takes so much time, but we gotta get this done. I'm trying to turn stuff around. Susan. There you are. You got 100% pin too. So, yeah, let's see here. I got one more. Oh, that's Jay's. Okay, I'm done.
Okay. Hey, can I have my mic back?
I got about 15 more left, so. There.
We are nothing if not highly organized, right?
Yep.
Okay. So, good lordy, Miss Maudie, I've skipped all around this agenda today. But there is one thing I want to take a minute to do, and that is to thank every one of you who attended our Centennial Gala or any part of the 2 days of celebration that we had. Thank you for being a part of it with us. Thank you for being Pioneer Lions. Hey, who had a good time? Yeah. Okay, all right. Special thanks to all the people that put it together. Great job. Okay. Yes, sir. Okay, and speaking of Darlene, do you have desserts today? Oh, and I think there was one other little thing you wanted to talk about. Do you want to squeeze that in too?
President Cheryl Caroline, yes, we are registered for the recycle program.
All
We
right.
will start January 1, but you can start saving now. We will do a turn-in once a month, and if we had 50 people doing just a little under 2 pounds a month, we would have our 1,000 pounds.
Wow.
And if you know anybody that gets stuff on a pallet,
For those who haven't heard, what is this to do, Darlene?
we are trying to raise 1,000 pounds of certain types of plastic so we can get a bench. And we can donate it to Lions Island or wherever we want.
Soft plastics, like the kind toilet paper and paper
Toilet
towels
paper
come
and-
packaged
Yeah, I have if you were here when I kind of talked about it.
Yeah, bubble wrap
Yeah.
that from Amazon,
Right.
that kind of, those kinds of plastics.
Anything, you look at the plastic and it has a 2 or a 4, it's recyclable.
If it has a 2 or a 4
And
somewhere on
sometimes
the
it
plastic.
has to be stretched to be able to stretch it.
Not hard plastics.
No, not hard plastic, no.
Okay.
So water bottles, stuff like that, it's not. we keep-
Grocery store bags, that kind of stuff.
Yes.
Pat.
For reference, it's like the kind they sell the plastic vodka bottles in.
Yeah. Packaging.
Bring it home for you guys.
Yeah, okay, packaging wrap that at the grocery stores.
But if you get stuff even from Amazon, some of those deals, they say recyclable on them.
Yeah.
As long as it's clean and stuff, we can take it. And I have some flyers. If you were not here, I can give you a flyer. I don't know if you're with me today.
If you have any connections with the folks that do receiving at the grocery stores,
Yeah.
all of those big
Yeah.
pallets of
Right.
canned beans and
Right.
things are
Right.
wrapped in the kind of plastic we can use, so
Supposedly a pallet is.
hit 'em up.
Half a pound of plastic wrap.
Hit them up. Okay.
But today for the dessert, the number 1 is Jerry.
Jerry McCormick, okay.
And Pat Bolton.
And Pat Fulton, sweets for the sweets. Okay, great. Okay. And we have about 1 minute left here, so I'm just gonna say, what are you standing up for, Steve? Did you have something to say?
Is he standing? I
thought you were sitting.
Okay. Okay, all right, here we go. The Dalai Lama said, blessings must arise from within your own mind. It is not something that comes from outside. Let's look inside and count our own blessings today. Have a great week, pioneers. See you next week.